In our top story this morning, Durban's North Beach has been closed after high swells and rough seas crashed over the beach and onto the Golden Mile promenade. Beachgoers were stunned as a massive wave suddenly came onto the beach. The huge waves seemed to appear from nowhere, catching people by surprise. The beach has been closed to bathers as the waves were crashing over the concrete barriers onto the promenade itself. The area was declared unsafe for swimming. For fresh updates, we are now joined by Stacey Colborne of the SA Weather Service. A very good morning to you, Stacey. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you give us an update on the current situation there on the North Beach?
Good morning. The current situation at the moment, the wave height is still about 4 to 5 meters for this morning, but it is decreasing during the course of the day. But the seas will still be rough today as well as tomorrow.
And what's actually causing all these high waves?
It's basically a combination of factors. The strong one we experienced overnight from Saturday night into Sunday morning, with the swell direction being southeasterly, also caused the waves to be higher than expected for yesterday.
So it's not Dineo, it's not a tsunami, nothing very, very bad we should expect?
No, ma'am.
All right, and what would you say to the beachgoers living in the Durban area as well as people living in the low-lying areas very close to the beachfront? What words of caution could you give them?
Just for today and tomorrow, just stay away from the beaches for now, because the ocean will be very rough over the next 2 days or so.
Well, thank you very much for that update. That was Stacey Colborne of the SA Weather Services giving us an update there on what's happening on the North Beach in Durban, mentioning there that the waves are still as high as 4 to 5 meters. We're also joined by Gareth Jameson from Rescue Care. A very good morning to you, Gareth. Thank you so much for joining us. And I was just looking at yesterday, I mean, this was like a flash high wave situation. Were there any casualties?
Good morning. And reported to us there was no actual casualties from the high swells that there were. I was on scene myself and I was with the lifeguards. The only incident was earlier in the morning with a near drowning near the Bay Beach. But with the afternoon, with the high tide when we were actually on standby there was no injuries reported to ourselves who were on the beachfront.
And are lifeguards trained to deal with such situations when there's an emergency like this?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, they're very well trained, especially the Durban guys. There's a lot of drownings that happen on Durban beachfronts, and the guys are very, very experienced. And like I said, they were walking the promenade amongst the water just to warn patrons as well, and then obviously stop the eager gentlemen who wanted to go out and surf in the large tides. You know, it's a surfer's paradise, and they were very active and warning people just to be careful because the strength of the waves crashing were also quite high as well. So they were active, they were mobile, and the entire time I saw multiple lifeguards walking up and down the promenade, just warning the general public.
Yeah, that kind of a wave is a surfer's dream come true. So Gareth, will we expect to have more lifeguards on standby, just patrolling the North Beach area, just to warn people not to go into the waters?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I saw them yesterday, and they were going to be working later last night, as well as they're going to be full this morning, just to be sure that no one does get into any difficulty. But they are ready should someone slip past their grasp.
Well, thank you so much for that update. That was Gareth Jameson from Rescue Care, just giving us an update there, letting us know that the lifeguards were actually on point yesterday and there were no casualties. There was an almost drowning situation, but the lifeguards were on time to rescue that person who was trying to surf on that highest wave possible.